Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually do. It's a makeup tutorial for Kathak stage performance makeup, and I'm going to show you guys how to go from this to this gorgeous piece of art. So I've been doing Kathak for almost half a year now, and I've been on the stage like 3 times, I think. Yeah, all those 3 times I've done my makeup myself. I definitely took help from YouTube, like when I first did it, and a lot of Pinterest pictures for reference, but I didn't find any like YouTube video that I was really happy with. So I was like, I know how to do my makeup, I do my own makeup, so you know what, why not make a video? So here we are. I think we didn't need all that introduction, but yeah, let's get started. This is going to be a very chatty makeup tutorial because you guys know I love to talk, and I'm also going to share like my journey as a dancer from when I was a little kid. Just kidding, I was never a dancer as a kid. Usually in Kathak dances, you put your hair in a bun. I've never seen other hairstyles. If you guys know of any other hairstyles that they do on stage while performing Kathak, then please let me know in the comments down below. But for now, a bun is what I've done. I usually like to use soft buns to make sure to create that nice round bun on top of your head, or like at the base of your neck or whatever. And the reason why I'm doing my hair first is because I don't like my hair getting in front of my face while I'm doing my makeup. So that is also, it's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, I know it looks like really typical, but once you put on your mantika and your gajra, it looks really good. So let's get started on our makeup. This feels like such a close-up, but I'm doing a makeup tutorial, so you guys need to be all up on my face. So I'm going to start with eye makeup first, like I always do. I'll try not to move as much so the camera focus is not. Como se dice? Guys, I didn't even learn like how to say como se dice in French. Yeah, and nobody let me know in the comments. I didn't even bother using Google Translate, so I'm just going to say como se dice. I don't even need to say that. But yeah, put the tape on your, like this. I don't even know like how to explain this, but so that your eye makeup is like sharp. This is also very good if you want your eyeliner to be sharp. Before you get started on the makeup, please make sure you moisturize your face because it's really important. I mean, yeah, if you want to end up being a wrinkly bitch at the age of 40, you're welcome to not moisturize your face. Why am I being so mean? Sorry guys. Like every other basic girl, I don't care if people call me basic, but you know, with traditional clothes like kurta, sari, lehenga and all that, I really like to go with like neutral colors and then golden. I don't know why. If you're wearing something with a silver hand, you can go with the silver. But I normally like I wear a lot of gold undertone buckle and gold hue and gold sequins and gold jewelry, so I really like going with brown and gold. And even in my Kathak dances, like most of my jewelry is gold, and we do use a lot of red. So for me personally, I find like gold works better, but you can go with the silver too, but I think gold goes better with traditional. But again, it's down to preference. You guys are welcome to do whatever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this really light shade. It's like an almost white color. Just go over with it all over my eyelid. And now we'd like to start on the crease. I don't know what kind of brush to use, to be honest. I'll just go with this eyeshadow brush. Now if you're not sure like how dark you want to go with your crease, I definitely recommend like starting with a lighter color and then building on top of it. So let's start with the second color, and if we think that it's not dark enough, then I'll go with the third one. The fourth one is a little red for me, so I stick with either the second or the third. I wanted to share about my dancing experience. So my first so growing up, I was a really shy and timid child. Like, I would dance but not in front of people. Like, I hated doing that. Like, Nano, uncle, auntie, like dance kare to dekho. Like, please. No. Would never do that. And my parents weren't like that either. So, lucky me. By the way, that second color really wasn't dark enough. So, I went with the third color. I still dance like Deusi Boilo Khelna Zyada. My earliest memory with dancing is definitely my grandfather making like a ghungru of just one string of bells. Like, I totally forgot about it before and I recently remembered it after I got my first pair of ghungru like few months ago, and suddenly I was reminded like, oh, my grandfather made me one when I was a kid. Now I don't know if I still have it back home. I need to ask my mother, but I don't know, it was like he was kind of foreshadowing, I guess, that I'd be a Kathak dancer. I wasn't really that big of a dancer like growing up. I would dance but in my room when I was alone, like not in front of anybody else. Like, I was really shy to dance in front of people. I'm going with this. It looks a hella yellow in the camera, but it's a lot more bronzy halko. So I'm going over the mids. Actually change your brush so that it doesn't make it too dark. Maybe what's abela like sana bela the dimak. I mean, yeah, like memory chaina wala dance gareko. That's why maybe my grandfather made that ghungru for me. But yeah, like as far as I can remember, I wasn't really that much of a dancer. And I would dance, but once upon a time, on one incident, something happened and then I just kind of stopped dancing. I'm just building on the middle eyeshadow, a little bit of lighter shade lay. What happened during that one Deusi Bailo was, it was at my home. For people who don't know what Deusi Bailo is, in Nepal we have this festival called Tihar, and then basically we worship Goddess Lakshmi, do puja do puja and all that, and then clean our homes, and it's called a festival of lights. There's a lot of lights going on, and the children, they just go from one home to another in their neighborhood and sing and dance and ask give blessings to the homeowners, and they just give like it's kind of like Nepali trick or treat. Like, they give us celebrity money and all that. So yeah, like a really fun thing for kids to do, kind of like trick or treat, that are much more fun than trick or treat, to be honest. It was like one of those Deusi Bailo activity in our home, and I was dancing with my friends, and then later that night my aunts and uncles, I don't know who else, maybe my grandmas do, but they made a comment on my dancing, and they were like, oh, you just dance by sitting in one spot. It's kind of like saying you have two left foot, like you can natsa. That was their comment, and that kind of really hit me, and I was like, oh, I'm not a good dancer. Guys, I think the eye makeup, the eyeshadow is done. I'm just going to blend it with like a neutral color, neutral light nude color, so that it looks finished. After that comment, I kind of felt like, oh, I'm not a good dancer, I shouldn't dance anymore. Although that is not what they said. They probably said it in a light-hearted manner, but I was like around 11, 12, 13, one of those ages. I wouldn't say 13 because 13 I got 12. I think I was like 12 years old, and that was kind of near my teen years, so I was kind of hit hard by that comment, and I was a really sensitive kid. My mom would probably say, but it is what it is, and I stopped dancing. I would rarely dance, even when I was by myself. Like, I would sing. Even in school, I did not do dance classes. I was in vocal classes, and I would much rather sing Sarega Reza I sing better than that, by the way. I made the switch to a vocal class, and then I wouldn't dance until I finished my 10th standard, which is SLC in Nepal. Now they call it SEE. So you know, after, you know how Ita America people have summer break after every school year. Well, after 10th standard was like only our actual summer break. Till we would only have before that we'd only have like a month or less of a gap before another school year. So this time we had a 3 months break, and people would do bridge course and computer classes and language classes and all that. And I really wanted to learn Kathak. So ever since I was really young, I've always been drawn to more of the classical side of arts. So Kathak, ballet, piano and all that. I've never actively sought out to learn those skills, but I was always interested. And you know, Nepali people, Nepali society, your studies comes before arts and all that. I'm done with the eyeshadow part. Sorry guys if it's not blended properly, thought you get the gist. Blend it, okay? Let's do eyeliner. I love this Benefit Go roller liner. It's a felt tip liner, and it's really good. It's long lasting, it's waterproof, it does not smudge easily. So this is like the perfect eyeliner for dances or any kind of stage makeup, or like you have to go outside or anything like that. Anyways, all year round, this is my favorite liner. For Kathak dances, your eye does not need to be as bold and expressive as Bharatnatyam, but I still like to make it look sharp. So we're not doing like extra heavy eyeliner, but we're still doing a good amount of definite eyeliner. You see just a little line on the outer corner. I think you can draw a little longer than this. By the way, this is one eyeliner that I've stayed committed to since 2019. Like, it is that good. See, it's like not too thick, but it's still a good wing. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Now that we are done with our eyeliner, I'm going to take off the tape. They came out good. Guys, I don't know how people film a chatty get ready with me or like see a story while getting ready, because I need to be so focused. This was a bad idea, that we are still going to make it work. Anyways, my liner's done. See, I didn't even like take any time to do this and let my eyeliner dry. It just kind of like happened really fast. We are done with eye makeup. You are wrong, we are not done with eye makeup. We still need to put gazelle. I'm using this Pat McGrath Lab Go Ultra Gel eyeliner. I'm sorry, like the camera doesn't catch the name. I'll try to link all my products down below. So what I'm going to do is take my one of my eyeshadow brushes, pull my eyes like this, and then tight line it. In Kathak, your eyes may not be as dramatic as Bharatnatyam, that you still need your eyes to draw attention. The same thing on the other eye. I think I'm pausing my story time. Like once I'm done with my eyeliner, I'll continue with my story. But yeah, the same thing. Once it will be a little watery because you're literally closing your eyes. Once I'm done with tight lining my upper line, I'll go in my lower waterline. If you have like Lakme gazelle or like, you know, the Nepali Indian brands or like homemade gazelle, best. But I have to say, Pat McGrath, this formula, it goes on so easily. And it is also like it does not smudge. So yeah, this is like one of the best tight liner and pencil liner to tight line your bottom line and upper waterline. I love tight lining. I love wearing gazelle and all that. Like growing up, I always thought gazelle does not look good on me because I had not found any gazelle that wouldn't smudge. So ever since I found McGrath this gel liner, I've been in love ever since with this gazelle. It's a love story. It's a match made in heaven, me and McGrath. Okay, now we can get started with our foundation. I start my story time too. I'm getting started with the e.l.f. primer. I'm going to take a little bit. This is really good at holding your makeup. A really good amount going all over my face. First, I'm going to go with my concealer and conceal any pimples I have or like dark spots that I want to hide. I really like this Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. When I'm doing it before my foundation, I like to use a shade that is closer to my natural skin shade, and this is 122. So yeah, so after SLC I enrolled in Kathak class. I did that for like say 2 months, and then +2 had to get started, so 11th standard was about to start, and my mom was like, you can't go to Kathak class anymore, who's going to study, huh? So I stopped there, okay? And I studied K-pop, to be honest. If I was enrolled in Kathak class, I would still do the same in school like I did without Kathak. So I really don't know what difference that made. We're going to dab the concealer into the skin so that it really helps cover. And yeah, like with every Nepali family or South Asian family, studies was always like the big priority, and especially in my family, I just find it so weird. Like they still aren't that supportive of artistic choices, even though my grandfather spends literally all of his day making wooden sculpture. My grandma, she spends her time making the pote ko mala. So basically like those bead necklace that you see, it's in trend right now. Yeah, my grandmother has been doing that since forever. Like you go into her closet, she's got so many bead necklaces, oh my god, and she made it all by herself. And my mother too, she was into sewing and making her own clothes, and then she was also a beautician. So I really don't understand, like, you guys do it, why aren't you guys appreciative of it? Like even now I'm learning Kathak and my mom's like, what are you gonna do with that? I'm gonna be happy, mom. I'm gonna be happy. It makes me happy. But I think a lot of Nepali kids can relate to me when I say this. If you are Nepali and your parents are appreciative of your artistic choices, trust me, you're like one of the luckiest ones. High school ended. I came to the States after my studies, after my +2, my high school. I'm going to add some more concealer to hide it a bit more. Like I think the rest of the area is pretty well covered except for a few pimple spots. So after I was done with my high school, I came to the States to pursue higher studies. And I kind of forgot about Kathak or dancing because I was trying to navigate life and what I wanted to do in life, which I'm still navigating, by the way. I kind of forgot about dancing and all that. You guys can see the difference in my skin, right? It's just concealer. I think I'm done with my concealer, my base concealer. So I'm going to go with this Haus Lab Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. I will say though, this is more on the natural and non-matte side. So if you are someone who's oily like me, you might want to go with something that's more matte, especially for a stage performance. But under consumption era, so I'm still going to stick with this. If you don't have a foundation yet, and if you're trying to buy one, I would recommend you get a matte foundation, especially if you're going to use it just for stage performance or like say an event that goes on like for a long time, you know, basically a long-lasting foundation. And if you do have an oily combination skin, for me, go get a matte one, and the one that I really recommend is the NARS foundation. But if this is more for like an everyday coverage, I like doing makeup every now and then, so, and I also don't like the feeling of, you know, really heavy matte makeup, and I'm not doing stage makeup every day, so I'm still going to go with this, because also this is the only foundation I have, and I'm not going to go buy another one when I have literally all of this left. I'm going to take generous pumps of it. I really want to try spatula to put it on my face. You can just dab it with the beauty blender, but I found it today and I just wanted to be extra, I guess. During my undergrad, COVID hit and we were kind of locked in the house, bored in the house, and in the house bored kind of situation. And this is true Zamela, guys. I don't recommend this because I really don't know यो वाइट चाहिँ के रहेछ भनेर हेर्दा चाहिँ कस्तो मजाले पेन्ट जस्तो लागेको जस्तो लाग्छ तर I mean it looks satisfying, but I don't think it's very satisfying to do the makeups with this. But where was I? We were all bored in the house bored, and people were taking up activities like their hobbies and all that, crocheting, all that. I was like, you know what? I always wanted to do Kathak. What happened with that? And then I started looking for schools. I mean, I started, you know, the YouTube beginner Kathak lessons and all that. I started doing that, but I was never really satisfied because one, I really struggle with guys, once I blend this, it's going to look nice, okay? Trust the process. I really am not the kind of person who is good at keeping themselves motivated. Like even language or porn, I need to like go to a class and someone needs to push me. Like even though I really love the language French, I watch French movies, I listen to French songs, that when I was taking French online, I bombed it. I mean, I still passed with a B, but most of the time I was cheating. I was using Google Translate and all that, and so that's really not nice, right? And even with Kathak, like when I was learning from those YouTube classes, I was doing it and leaving it halfway, you know, 20 minutes ko video sa 10 minutes ta garyo, त्यसपछि out. So I started looking into Kathak classes near me. Where I live, Bharatnatyam is very popular, and there are more Bharatnatyam classes than Kathak classes. And I've done Kuchipudi. During the time I did Kathak, you know, before high school. So after my 10th, I also did a little bit of Kuchipudi, but I didn't like that, and that was more like our teacher trying to push us into learning Kuchipudi because it was a less practiced form of art. Remember to put some foundation on your neck too, so you don't look like a mood. And also don't worry about how it's looking right now. This is literally just foundation. You need to put blush, contour and all that, so, and set it with a powder and everything, so it's going to look fine, okay guys, trust me. And that was really nice of him or whatever, but that is not what I wanted. I went there for Kathak. Why are you teaching me something else? And Bharatnatyam is also, I'd say in terms of posture and all that, I found it really difficult. And maybe also because, so Kuchipudi is similar to Bharatnatyam, like in the posture, on how you stand. I'm still not the best source of information. This is just how I perceive the dances. so I kind of wasn't really into it. For once I thought that if I can't get into Kathak, but I really want to do like one of the classical dances, maybe I should go into Bharatanatyam. But I'm glad I didn't do that, because I definitely would not have been in the class for so long. But I found a Kathak class. I'm going with a darker concealer. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade 16H. This is darker, so I'm using it to contour. And like I said, guys, stage makeup, so I get heavy ne hunsa. So I found a Kathak class that was like, but it was like 40 minutes away and it was expensive. So I kind of forgot about it. And recently, so 2023 is the year I started my therapy, and talking to my therapist and all, there were a lot of conversations that revolved around doing things that made you happy, and things about childhood and all that. And eventually I got into baking. I know, kind of weird. You dance baking. I'll get into it, guys. So I really used to like enjoy baking. Bacha bela as in when I was 13, 14, 15. See, I was in a phase where I was really tapping into what made my inner child happy. So one day on Facebook, I think it was the UNHN group. It's like a US Nepali health network for Nepali people living in the US. It's a Facebook group. I saw this post that if you're interested in classical dancing, I am doing classes from, that was our instructor's post. And then I reached out to her, and then she was like, and then she told me it was Kathak, and it was like really near for me. It was like 5 minutes away from the place I worked, which is like really good. And I was really happy, but at the same time, because the instructor, after the 10th, the instructor I had after the 10th, he teaches Kathak for like, even though we went there like 5 days a week, he'd teach us Kathak for 2 days, and the rest of the days he'd just make us do like other dance forms that I really wasn't interested in, especially hip-hop and belly dancing, because if you know me, my body doesn't move that way. I was kind of apprehensive, like should I go or not, should I start or not, but I'm so glad I did. And I went to the first class, and it was way more than what I expected. She was actually our instructor. I'll link her Instagram and the school's Instagram down in my description box. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you're interested in Kathak, and if you want to check it out, or just follow if you're somebody who's interested in Kathak but don't live around the area. Where was I? Yeah, so I went to the first class, and it was much more than what I had expected. I was really happy that I joined, and since then I have been learning from her. She had 7 years of experience. She has an actual dance degree. It's been a great experience so far. I'm going back with this lighter shade of concealer. This is again Maybelline's Age Rewind concealer, and I'm just taking this under my eyes. Usually they say like put concealer on your hand, let it warm, and use it with a brush. I know that information, but I don't use it. I have been learning Kathak with her for almost about 7 months now, and I haven't been able to be as consistent as I'd like, because life happens. I just got done with my grad school, so hopefully I'll have more time now to be more consistent in terms of classes, in terms of practicing at my home. That is one thing that I have found is really crucial, like reflection matra garda pani, like class ma matrai sikera cha pugdaina. You really need to you know, incorporate it in your daily life, make it part of your routine, and practice as much as you can. I'm using this pink blush by Rare Beauty. It is a lucky blush. Even a little bit of it goes a long way. I know it looks like a lot, but once you blend it out, it's going to look pretty. And since then, I've taken part in a dance competition. Like, I was only 2 months into my Kathak dancing when I took part in a dance competition. I made a vlog about it. I didn't place or anything, but it was a good experience. I think a lot of this year for me has been collecting experience. I'm going to beat it, okay? Aside from just dancing, I've also learned a lot about discipline. It has also helped, although I still need to work on the discipline part. I'm using the translucent powder by e.l.f. to set my makeup. I'm going to apply it in my under eyes so that Gazal does not smudge. And don't worry guys, we are going to wipe it all off later. I'm just going to pat it really in. Like, you need to take it out, but it helps, like just patting it in. Now let's do the eyebrows. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gold Brow Gel. I have enough brows, so I'm not going to fill it in because I don't want to scare people. But a nice defined brows is definitely good for stage performance. I'm going to put fake eyelashes. This one is a little more dramatic than what I usually use. I get this from Miss A. This is the Luella in black. I like to cut a little bit of it so that it does not look as fake. I mean, it blends seamlessly into my natural eyelashes. Like, it does not stick out like a sore thumb is what I mean. I use tweezers, a little bit of lash glue. This lash glue, I get this lash glue from Miss A as well. And I'm going to let it dry. Let the glue dry until it's clear and a little tacky. I think the most important lesson that learning Kathak has taught me is to not give up. I was actually thinking of taking a break this month, but I went into like one of my classes after like a month-long break, and then I realized I had missed so much, and I felt like I should not stop, because if I stop then I'm going to lose the momentum, and I feel like I'm kind of behind. Like, I'm not as far as a person who's been training for 6 months should be. Like, I could definitely do a lot better. So that's one thing I've learned, to just keep pushing. I know life gets tough, obviously. Whose life does not get tough, but you just gotta keep doing the things that make you happy, and Kathak is definitely like one of the things that makes me happy. This is dry enough, so I'm going to put it in my eyelash. One other area learning Kathak has helped me in life is you know, taking risk and chasing your dreams, like having the courage to go after the things you want. Like last month I participated in a beauty pageant. Honestly, like, you know, you grow up in Nepal watching Miss Nepal, and every girl, like most girls, we dream of becoming Miss Nepal. So I went to Miss Nepal, another beauty pageant. And yeah, if I didn't do Kathak, I probably would not have had the courage to like give it a shot that I did. Was it a good experience? Well, that's a conversation for another time. I think that's all about my dancing journey and my Kathak journey so far, but moving forward, I hope I have enough drive and motivation to like keep continuing. Lashes are done. Now what I like to do is blend my eyelashes with lash curler. This one's too long, so I'll just go with like my mascara and blend it with my natural lashes. My lashes are on, so we're almost done with the makeup. Now we're moving on to our lips. I think before that I want to clear this powder, the setting powder. Put some more of the blush and contour to give a little bit of color to my face. So I'm using the same powder puff to just wipe out any excess. I'm using this Maybelline City Bronzer. A little bit on my forehead just to give my face a little bit more dimension. I'm going to take some of the powder blush. I'm using the Dior. This is the Poison Matte. I'm using the Tarte palette to put a little bit of highlight. I'm just gonna use my finger. Oh my god, that's a lot. High points of my eyebrows. Make sure your eyebrows are shapely. I haven't done my brows, so even if you like don't thread or wax or shave your brows, just make sure they're shaped well. It's so that your eye makeup looks, it does look a lot better. I'm going to do my lips. I usually do a dark red color. Haven't done any other color, but I think a shade that really pops, like a really good bright pink, would look better on the stage. Yeah, but my favorite is red. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury medium to line my lips. This is like really close to my natural shade, so even though I'm going to be wearing a red lipstick, I still like using the liner that is close to my lip color. But I think if you have a red liner, go with that. I don't have a red liner, so this is my best. This is my favorite matte lipstick. It's the Dior. I don't know what the name of this lipstick is, but I'm going to link the shade and the name down below in the description. Like I've said before, I'm going to list all the products in the description box down below. This is like a really good blood red. I love red lips. Once you put the lip color, it really ties everything in together, you know. A Tika is a must because it really, once again, ties in your entire makeup. I don't have it, so I'm going to use this burgundy lip liner thing. Just round dot. I feel like I'm playing dress up in my mom's closet. Yeah, I think that's good. And this is the final look, you guys. If you are a Kathak dancer, I hope this tutorial was informative for you and it was really helpful. I've linked all the products I've used in the description box down below. Make sure to check it out if you're interested, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I really enjoyed making a makeup tutorial after so long. Let me know if you guys would like me to do more makeup look. And thank you so much for watching.